I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets, the coast regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put in the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
Like that. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello, that's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat, ooh, Pac-Man, that's the way my neck talking. Right, I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad, but I'm past that. With an ass back, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit, I'm glad. When the check missed the direct hit, I'm sad. Like, who's that knocking at my window? My window. They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Yeah, ooh, why you do that like that? It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back.
Coach, they love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the Inner Harbor of Baltimore. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens. It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, You're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On 2nd down now, it's Hunt. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Now it's Hunt. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
After the sack on 1st down, Allen, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
Watch tight end right. Tight end's right. 56.
Allen. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 11. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Set, ready. And read. 57.
Rip left. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
He's coming. We got double up.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Buying time to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual-type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. On third down, here's Hunt. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
The Bills send the punter out. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal, please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On second down, it's Harris. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 34-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
First down, and they go back to Harris. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch time. Tight end right. Hey, 4 down. 50 seconds.
Jackson from the shotgun. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive, they've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They run with Hunt, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Allen. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
A gain of 14. First down, Bills.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And some room to work. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Kareem Hunt, 66 yards. And the Bills have retaken the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. 75 yards. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. A little bit of flip the script. Quarter one, they struggled. Quarter two here, they put things together. And I guess sometimes, Charles, you just come out and you have to get your feet underneath you in a ball game, right?
That's exactly right, because every now and then you don't come out of the gate as fast or as strong as you want to. Sometimes you have to ramp up into it or take a few hits along the way and figure it out. And that's what they've done so far. Slow start, but now they're starting to put it together.
From the 27, Allen. Flush to his right. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for Isaiah McKenzie that time. And now it's third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
You have to have guys who can limit the other team's number of plays run and possessions. And no better way than an interception. And what a great way to break into the league.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On second down now, it's Harris. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
57. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Hey, check Mike 57.
Hey.
57.
I hope you brought your right.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson, eluding the pressure right. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bills are going to get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. To throw on 2nd and 6, Allen. He's going to air one out. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And an alley to run. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Check nickel.
Shift.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson dancing to his left. Well, he's going to go for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work. And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Here's Jackson on third and long. Flushed out right. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They'll run again with Hunt. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the second time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
This is Harris. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Flush to his right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. The type of game that he's having running the football, there was no doubt who they were giving the ball to.
So why didn't they just go ahead and go after him on defense? Right? If you know,
on him.
Right? You know he's having that type of a game. Who else would you expect to get the football? I would have taken my chances and sold out defensively to stop him. And if anyone else picks it up, I tip my cap to him.
16 yards on that one and a Raven first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Well, a pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
Cut. Shift.
On 2nd down, it's Harris. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Watch his flat. Let's go. Go. 50 seconds, right.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off right around the 43.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Kareem Hunt, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now 17-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. What an opening weekend it's been already. Could the best finish be coming here on Sunday night? We'll find out as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now Harris. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And now they have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead.
At the 50-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
4 down, 4 down.
A give right side now to Hunt. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back.
Watch 17, watch 17.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
56 is the mark.
Hey, hey, 7.
56 is the mark.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Check. Where'd he go?
57. Mike, 57. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
57's Mike.
Go, go, go. 57's the Mike. 57's the Mike.
No gain on this defense.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Now Callaway on the return. Call that a 48-yard punt and made even better by a loss on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw is Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So deep trouble here, backed up to their own 1-yard line for 2nd and long. They run again with Harris. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football
Yeah.
where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.